Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good people, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thankful, Thriving, and Therapeutic Thursday. Back again, another episode of SRDaily. What's going on? What's going on? Episode 462. 462 episodes, just one episode away from closing out week 93, 93 weeks here on the show, live each and every day, Monday through Friday, man, since December of 2023. We are almost at 2 years. That's crazy. We just did 1 year. That's crazy. It seems like we just did 1 year anniversary. We almost at 2 years. December 18th will be 2 years since we started the show. That's a big thing. November 18th is the 500th episode. December 18th is the 2-year anniversary. We're going to do something both days. Inshallah, man, if we are able to. But what's going on? Peace and love. Come on in. We still got some shoulder pain, feeling a little better. But we still got some discomfort here. We're going to do I got the shiatsu massage thing here at the crib. We're going to do that after the show, sit with that for a little bit. It's 10 minutes a piece. We're going to do probably like three sessions, 4 probably, 40 minutes. Do 2 frontwards, 2 backwards. Just to get some more comfort, hot shower, right? Just to get some more comfort. Long days. Thursdays are long. Food distribution today, farm stand, juice and play. May not be a lot of playing today, man. It's freaking raining. It's supposed to be raining all day. It's supposed to be a little worse later, little thunderstorms later, man. But we're gonna make it work. We got some juice. We got some apple ginger juice and some beet and ginger juice. Shout out to my baby Mona Love for juicing yesterday while I was out. I had some stuff to take care of yesterday afternoon and evening. Long, man. Did my back with Echoes, young people, photojournalism, art of the interview, man, youth advocacy, media training organization. Started back our sessions yesterday after taking a break after the summer camp. So I was with them yesterday for a couple of hours and then went into the men's group, very intensive men's group last night. Very, very intensive men's group last night. Deep work circle with all kings. Very emotional, man. I was able to get some deep stuff out, man. Some stuff that I've been sitting with, stuff involving my children, involving my children, but just a little deeper into my feelings, my emotions, things that are hindering the progress of my children and I. And yeah, man, yesterday was deep. It was emotional. It was heavy. Eddie Kruger, what's going on? Mona Love, what's going on? Sefu Sankofa, what's going on? Sefu Sankofa said, I thank the Creator for the rain, cleansing and nourishing. Absolutely. We will be out there today in the rain, my brother. We're going to be outside in the rain. So thank the rain, right? Give thanks. I love it personally. Not as much as I did when I was younger. I remember when I was younger, we was hustling. We would stand in the rain all day and all night and hustle, and no umbrella, just be soaking wet, right? I don't want to do that anymore, so I carry an umbrella, right? I don't mind the rain, but I carry an umbrella. Definitely wear a jacket, right? I'm definitely not going out there like this. Definitely got a pretty rainproof jacket we're gonna put on for the day. But I do got shorts on though. I am gonna wear shorts again. I'm not one of those people who's still pretty. Temperature's pretty good, mid-70s. I'm wearing shorts until I can't wear shorts no more. Until it's too cold to wear shorts, I'm going to wear shorts. And that's crazy because I remember one time, I know I told Mona, I don't know if I told the rest of you guys, but there was a time because of, my herniated disc and, my legs becoming different sizes, I didn't wear shorts. It was a time where I did not wear shorts. I did not want people to talk about me, ridicule me, laugh at me, all of that stuff. But now, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna wear shorts, and I don't care what a motherfucker got to say. You heard? But we got a show, man. It's definitely a show coming up. It's an emotional show. We got some emotional parts. We're gonna talk about some things, man. But let's get it started. Once again, guys, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Martin. You're tuned into episode 462 of SR Daily. Thursday, September 25th, 2025. It is a rainy day here in New York City. It is rainy all day. Rained a bit yesterday. Rain carried into today. But it's a beautiful thing, as Brother Sefu Sankofa said. We thank the rain because the earth needs it, and so we give thanks. But let's start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is the word of the day. Today's word is sacrifice. 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 That is our word of the day. Sacrifice is defined as to offer as a sacrifice, to suffer loss of, give up, renounce, injure, or destroy, especially for an ideal belief or an end. The act of giving up something that is valuable to you in order to help someone else. To surrender or give up, or permit injury or disadvantage to, for the sake of something else. Let's read that one more time. Sacrifice. To offer as a sacrifice. To suffer loss of, give up, renounce, injure, or destroy, especially for an ideal belief or end. The act of giving up something that is valuable to you in order to help someone else. To surrender or give up, or permit injury or disadvantage to, for the sake of something else. Listen, we all gonna have to sacrifice. Consciously, intentionally, or life is gonna sacrifice for us and we ain't gonna have a choice. A lot of people sacrifice their health for money. A lot of people sacrifice their health for good times. A lot of people sacrifice their well-being, their health, their time with family, for work, for money. It's a lot of sacrificing going on. We're all gonna always have to sacrifice. So then the question becomes, what are you willing to sacrifice to have the life you dream of? What are you willing to sacrifice to help people you say you love, to make the world a better place? A lot of us have said, yo, we want world peace. We want world peace. We want to make the world a better place, but we don't want to sacrifice anything. A lot of people don't give a damn about world peace. They just care about themselves and their ideals, their ideologies, their perspectives. They're not willing to sacrifice their own thought process to benefit somebody else, their own energetic output to benefit people they say they love, whether it's their children, their spouse, their parents, their nieces, their nephews, their cousins, little boys, little girls on the block that they grew up watching, their friends' children. Like, sacrifice, man. It's okay to have your freaking ideals. It's okay to think that the world should be like this. But if that encroaches upon other people's perspectives and other people's peace of mind and other people's desires, at some point you got to shut your mouth. Be quiet. Sacrifice that shit. Sacrifice saying what you want to say all the fucking time so that somebody else just can feel a little comfort, right? They have this thing, brutally honest. I don't like that term because you can be honest without being fucking brutal. You don't got to be brutally honest. Sacrifice your own freaking desire to be right. Right? Like, you don't got to be right. You don't got to be the person to say the thing that don't. No, shut up. It's okay to shut up. It's okay to zip it sometimes. You don't always got to talk. Right? That's something I've learned. Right? I had to learn. I was somebody who always wanted to speak. I got to say this shit and I got to say it this way because, like, nah, you don't. You don't got to hurt people to get your point across. Now, some things you're going to say is going to hurt anyway. That's not what you can control. You can control how you say it. And a lot of times, if we're honest, we know we're saying things sometimes to intentionally hurt people, right? Which is never a quote-unquote good thing, right? Sacrifice. Can you sacrifice? I mentioned a few days ago about sacrificing your weed, your alcohol, your freaking vacations, all of the shit that you like to do, your eating out, to give somebody who may need it $5 or $10 or $20 or $50. Can you what are you willing to sacrifice, man? Like, this world it's a beautiful world, but it's a fucking painful world. A lot of people are not willing to sacrifice anything for their own selves, for their own benefits, for their own dreams, let alone for somebody else who they love or a stranger even, right? But yeah, that's the word of the day, sacrifice. And we're going to move along and we're going to get to the second segment of the day. James Stewart, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love. Peace and love to my brother in Compton, California. Peace and love. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, guys, the second segment, it's tough. It's a tragedy. Not sure if you guys heard, but in Queens, Jamaica, Queens, young boy, 13 years old, was shot in the head the other morning on his way to school. He was in critical condition for a few days, but now he has died. "13-year-old boy dead." Let's read this article in Eyewitness News, ABC. Family heartbroken after announcing death of 13-year-old boy shot in the head in Queens. I'm numb. Police have identified a person of interest they are searching for. Cambria Heights, Queens. This is where my sister's grandmother lived. My cousin still lives. I spent a lot of time in Cambria Heights. I did some activism in Cambria Heights. Young girl, Sabrina Matthews, was killed in her home in Cambria Heights, around the corner from where my sister's grandma, lived. Tragedy. And there's been other tragedies in Cambria Heights. A 13-year-old boy shot in the head at a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot has died, his family announced on Wednesday. The family of 13-year-old Sanjay Samuel spoke outside Cohen Children's Hospital on Wednesday, announcing that the teen has passed away. Eyewitness News spoke with the victim's mother, who says her whole world fell apart after realizing her boy, affectionately named Peanut, is never coming home. Sanjay was the most joyful son I had, said Sanjay's mother, Vileen Griffith. My heart is overwhelmed with grief with my Sanjay. The family says they want to donate Samuel's organs. The tragic update comes just 2 days after the shooting. Police say Samuel, a high school freshman, was in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot with his friends on Monday morning when someone came up on a scooter and shot him. Surveillance video shows a boy running into a deli, appearing to tell other kids what happened. They come outside, stunned and upset. Detectives also recovered surveillance video that indicates the shooting was targeted. Surveillance video of the shooting has not been released yet. Police believe the young teen was the intended target. While police have yet to make an arrest, they said they have identified a person of interest that they are searching for. The tragic death of the teen has left his mother distraught. That's something that's unbelievable, Vileen Griffith said. I'm numb and I'm speechless. I'm just numb. She recalls their last conversation. He said, Mom, bye, I love you. See you this afternoon. I said, call me when you get there, she said. She never received that call. The teen had just started high school and was hoping to try out for the basketball team. I'm so heartbroken because I would be at his bedside holding his hand, talking to him. Daddy loves you. The whole family loves you. We want to see you come back, said Sanjay's father, Theophilus Samuel. But it wouldn't happen. On Wednesday morning, the 13-year-old's family got an update on his brain activity. Unfortunately, when that test was concluded, we were informed that there was none, said the boy's uncle, Eldon Griffith. Mayor Eric Adams offered Sanjay's family his condolences. I hope the mayor could do something for violence in teens in New York, making new laws better, whether placing more police officers at schools that are at high risk, particularly in the morning and the afternoon, Eldon Griffith said. Man, this is tough. And when I Googled it, another article came up from Daily News, but I haven't paid for Daily News, so I couldn't read the whole article. But I remember when I saw the video, I said that's a place where another boy got killed. Friend of mine's. Let me actually pull it up now. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh man, this is so tough, yo. So Donna Hood is a friend of mine's. And she became a friend because her son, also 13 years old, was shot in the same spot in, I think, 2010. 16 years ago, 2009. A Queen's mother is reliving the day of her life, the worst day of her life, after a 13-year-old boy was shot in the head at the same location her own 13-year-old son was killed by a stray bullet 16 years ago. Donna Hood Greaves says she lost it Monday when she learned the Queen Street corner renamed for her murdered son is now the site of another senseless shooting that left the boy clinging to life the same age as her slain son, Kevin Miller Jr. That was his name. Kevin Miller Jr. I remember I was working with Life Camp, and we got the call. We went over there. We comforted this mother and this family in the same spot, same parking lot. And just a few years ago, they had the big billboard with Kevin Miller Jr.'s picture, and they renamed the street after him. I remember that vividly. Shit is so traumatizing, y'all. Shit is so traumatizing. A mother, a family, a father, grandparents, siblings. A life is gone. 13 years old. That shit is insane. And then when you hear that it was targeted, these young people are fighting, they're arguing. Sometimes not even that. Sometimes they're just from a different neighborhood. Sometimes they just play basketball better. They play football better. They're a little smarter. And these children are killing each other. Shit is insane. Shit is heartbreaking. What are we going to do? What can we do? Because it takes all of us. It's going to take all of us. It's not just the mayor. It's not just the police. It's not just the street organizations. It's all of us. Everybody who cares has to do something. And I'm somebody who fully understands that not everybody can do everything. And not everybody's going to be like, because where can you be? Like, the shit happens everywhere in Queens and Harlem, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, DC, Texas, freaking Chicago, New Orleans. Heard the story the other day in New Orleans. Woman wanted to get her baby father killed. Baby father leaves. The two guys who were supposed to kill the baby father, one brother killed the other brother, twins. God damn. What the fuck? What the fuck are we doing? And what can we do? Guys, this shit is insane. This shit is We're going to move along. We're going to first, take a moment of silence for Sanjay Samuel. Family, our young people need us. Our young people need us. Our sons, our daughters, our nephews, our nieces, our little cousins, the strangers, children. We're all family. They need us. They need us. Damn. Move along to our third segment of the day, family. Today's third segment is a tip of the day, and today's tip is directly related to this. Parents, check your children's rooms, backpacks, etc., especially if you know they're hanging with a bad crowd. If you know they're hanging with a crowd of young people who are getting into trouble, right, who are in gangs. And I know it may be hard to admit as a parent that your child is involved in some stuff. Could be involved in some stuff. It's hanging with some people involved in some stuff, right? You're working, you're trying to make ends meet, you're trying to make it work, trying to like do all of the things. You got other children. I know that it's tough, but man, I think there was a video that came out the same day of the shooting or the day after, Tuesday, I think. Completely separate incident, but it was a video of a MTA bus, and the teen was off the bus, and people was trying to talk to him. He had a freaking machete. Teen had him. He was a little boy. He had a fucking machete. I remember being on the bus, coming from dropping my daughter off at freaking daycare. Dropping my daughter off at daycare in Rosedale, and I'm on the bus, and the bus pulled up to a stop, and the cops was there. And the cops was outside the bus. They came on the bus, and they grabbed this young boy off the bus. Come to find out, the young boy had got on the bus like a stop or two prior. And then, right, I think it was like 2 stops prior, young boy gets on the bus. I see him get on the bus, got a hoodie on, sits down. Right, see him looking. I'm like, what's he up to? Man, 2 stops later, bus stops at the main intersection. I think it was Farmers and something. And the cops jump on the bus to grab him off. They take him off the bus. The boy got a gun. He had a gun. And then we had to get off that bus, right, and wait for another bus. Story, you hear people talking, he was going to shoot somebody. You hear the other teens talking, he was going to shoot such and such. It's like, yo, what the fuck? He was a little boy, like 12, 13, same age. Like, what the fuck? Gosh, man. Gosh. So the tip, parents, check your children's rooms. And then the question is it better to call the cops on your child and have them arrested or not? So I know a mother who did this. I know a mother who in 2009, 2010 called the cops on her son. She searched his room, found the gun. I think he was in high school. Found the gun. I think she talked to him about it. A couple weeks later or days later, whatever the case was, it's a long time ago. I don't remember. There's been so many crazy stories since. But a little while later, she checked the room, found another gun. Or the same gun, but found the gun again. She called the cops on him, had him arrested. And I remember sitting with her. She then started an organization, MAG, Mothers Against Guns, that then I think Bloomberg started, Mayors Against Guns, right? But MAG, if you look it up, you might be able to read the story, right? Maybe articles about it. I can't remember her name. I haven't seen her in a long time. But we sat with her, and we had sessions about it. And she talked about it. She was heartbroken. She was devastated. But her logic, her mindset, she said she would rather see him in jail for a gun and mad at her, right? And mad at her than have him kill someone or be killed himself. If you know your son got a gun, you know your son is up to no good with that gun. What is the best decision to do? Kick him out? No, because he still got a fucking gun. Now he got a gun and he's homeless. He's sleeping with friends, sleeping on the couch. He's upset. Now he's more inclined to hurt someone or be hurt. What the fuck is the best decision? Send him with family somewhere else, maybe. If you got family somewhere else that want to keep him, right? That want to keep him and deal with whatever stuff he got going on. It's a tough decision. Do you call the cops on your child? And this begs the need, like, guys, these next 5 years, 10 years, I want to really push myself to get my school up and running. Right, sleepaway school, like a boarding school for young men, right? A boarding school for young men. Come, young men. And we want sister school, young women, and then there's gonna be times when they interact, right? But I want a boarding school for young men really bad, right? I believe that me, myself, and some of my friends who have been through some shit, I believe that we could, if given time and space, we could get these young men right. We could have these young men grow up to be real young men. Right. So yeah, that's a call. Something I mentioned a while ago. My boy got 350 acres up in Ithaca of native land. I spoke to him about it before. He said he's open to the idea. We'll have to build another well. We'll have to do a lot of stuff that we will have to pay for. But yeah, that's a necessary thing, man. Because what a tough decision. A mother got to call the cops on her son because her son got a gun. And you know he's up to no good and he's hanging with people up to no good. What the fuck do you do? Eddie Kruger said there was a video where mom found her son's gun and got rid of it, and the son was crying, saying he can't go outside without his gun. That's a sad reality for some youth. That is very sad reality. There are some young people who feel like they cannot go outside without a gun. Shit, there was a time after I got shot, I felt I couldn't go outside without a gun. I was 19, right? But I can't go outside without a gun, without my bulletproof vest. Because, like, the guy who shot me, he's not in jail. He want to kill me. He want to finish the job. So I got to go outside with a gun. Shit is tough. So fucking tough, y'all. Damn. Let's move along, family, to our fourth segment before we get out of here for the day. Today's fourth segment, our build of the day. Changing the pace up a little bit. Going back to the word of the day, sacrifice. Knowing what to sacrifice and when. Knowing what to sacrifice and when. This is discernment. It's all going to hurt or be tough. Any sacrifice you make is going to be tough, right? That decision, sacrificing money for your freaking habits, for the things that you want to do for somebody else, sacrificing space in your home so a friend or a loved one could sleep, could live, right? That's all tough. It's all tough. but you got to follow your inner compass. So I recently had a decision to make. I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but I wanted to spend a few minutes about it today. So I told you guys back in August, I went on a men's retreat, right, with All Kings. Shout out to the All Kings crew. Incredible organization doing incredible men's work, mental health, emotional well-being, and leadership development. I had the best experience of my life. I found exactly what I've been looking for my whole life on this retreat. I was able to do some deep emotional work, work out some things, right? I had some things I still need to work out emotionally, was able to make some great progress. So it's supposed to be another one next week, and it is another one next week, and I was supposed to go as staff. Wouldn't have to pay for anything. I don't got to pay for transportation. Wouldn't have to pay for a tent. Wouldn't have to pay for food. And I would actually be compensated, right? I would receive a stipend for my efforts, right? For my time and my service, right? And I would be able to do some deep emotional work, more emotional work, right? Because there's always more layers. You peel some back, it's more layers, it's more shit you can talk about, more shit you can work on, it's more shit going on, shit always popping up, right? And I would be able to be there for other men, which is important to me, be there for my brothers. Time in nature, sweet deal. But I forgot. I will go on Thursday. I will have to go on Thursday. And then I wouldn't be able to do my show on Friday. I wouldn't be able to do this show on Friday. And so I made a decision, very quick decision. It wasn't a lot. I asked, yo, can I do the show? I have a show that I do that I'm committed to, do Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. It's 30 minutes. Doesn't take a lot, right? The Wi-Fi may not be working. Plus, you got a lot of work to do Friday morning. Cool, no problem. I can't make it then. I'm committed to my show. Sacrifice, right? Like, I'm committed to the show. Sacrifice some money, sacrifice some time in nature, sacrifice. And then, because I had already made the commitment, so now I'm sacrificing my commitments. I committed to that, right? Damn, I forgot. Absent-minded, right? Not thinking all around first. I forgot I had the show Friday because I would have never committed. If I knew I had the show Friday, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would have never said I would do that. I should have asked that first. But learning lesson, right? But and I'm perfectly fine with the decision. Like, in my heart, like, once I made the decision the other day while in the park, like, I wasn't sad. Like, damn. I was like, I would love to go, but I'm not sacrificing the show. And I sacrificed the show before, Sunday Light, when I went before. I was supposed to do a show Sunday morning, and I couldn't do it. I sacrificed that. I would have to sacrifice Friday, SRDaily, and another Sunday Light. I'm not doing it. So I guess I won't be going to no more of the Quest, right? Unless, but that's part of the life, yo. That's part of the life, because I promise you, if I would have sacrificed the show, if I would have said, all right, I'm going up there, I need the money, I need the time in nature, I need to do this work, and if I would have sacrificed this show Friday, SRDaily, and another episode of Sunday Light, I would have been so mad at myself. I wouldn't even have been able to have the best time, because I wouldn't have been able to be fully present with the brothers, because I would have been inside in some inner turmoil. But I sacrificed that to stay committed to what's for me right now, and what I'm doing, and what I'm committed to, and what I've been committed to for almost 2 years. SRDaily, Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Right? That's what it is. And that's a sacrifice, man. So like I said, it's all a sacrifice. Yo, Miss Make It Happen, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. It's all a sacrifice, man. And so discernment, you got to know what you're comfortable sacrificing, what you are willing to sacrifice, what you are willing to give up to make something happen that you want to make happen. Right? Sometimes you sacrifice your personal goals for the whole. Sometimes you sacrifice the whole for your personal goals. You just gotta, like, be tuned in, be tapped in, right? Be confident and sit with your decision. You gotta sit with every decision you make, every choice you make. You gotta sit with that shit. Nobody else do. You do. So make it from the best place. Make it from, like, sit with yourself. This is when alignment comes into play, and meditation is so important. Align your thoughts, your feelings, and your knowing, your heart, your mind, your heart, and your spirit. Get them shits aligned, get them shits in tune, get them shits one, and then you make a decision. Because if you make a decision based on your mind, my mind said I got to do this. I made this commitment. That's mine. I made this commitment. I got to stick with it. They're going bad taste in people's mouth. I don't want to do that. That's mine stuff. Great, but If your heart is saying something different, now you two different places, right? If your spirit's like, nah, spirit is calling me to do this, but your mind is saying something different, different places. So get in alignment, and I got in alignment. No, my mind, my heart, and my spirit all said, you got a commitment to do, to fulfill, to pursue, to uphold, to keep. SRDaily is the #1 commitment right now for you. And it was an easy decision after that, right? But guys, that's our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Listen, man, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Another episode in the books, episode 462 down. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston, tuned into SRDaily, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. Please do join us right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy this day. Stay warm, stay dry. If you're in the area, come to Queensbridge, purchase some fruits and vegetables. We'll be outside. We may stop early if the rain is too crazy, right? But we're here doing a potluck later for the grief group. That's going down. Super excited, super grateful for that. We'll be indoors for that. I love you guys, man. Have a great day. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. Peace and love.